Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 16th to the 30th reading for you. If you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. So let's see here, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Oh, interesting. I don't read reverse cards, so that's interesting that it came up reverse. So we'll talk about it. We will definitely talk about it. Yes, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Awesome. Okay. Just going to move everything a little bit over so it's not quite as squished. Okay. Perfect. What's really interesting is that at the heart of everything, Cancer, is that there's a little bit of a internal battle because you're not the same person that you were. You're not, you've been through so much, and yet you're going to come up against something in the last half of September that kind of makes you feel like you're reverting back to who you once were, right? It's going to make you feel like you did once upon a time. And when I say once upon a time here, when spirit tells me once upon a time, it means part of your history, part of the story that has made up you. So with the Five of Swords, what you're going to see is that you're going to face a battle that you have faced in your past, your once upon a time. You're not the same person that you were, but the people are going to expect you to act the way that you once did. And there's going to be a part of you that expects you to act the way that you once did. And then there's going to be a realization of like, wait, this isn't me anymore. Like, wait, no. And so just being aware of that is going to be really important because you're going to start to kind of like get into that groove that you don't want to be in anymore. You don't want that energy. You don't want that life. And you're embracing a transformation of self and an insight of what it is that you truly desire. You are also moving forward in success and not apologizing for your success. Now, your challenge here is going to be to rest. You can zone out. Yes, you can have daydreams. Yes, but truly letting yourself rest is going to be not disappointing. Well, you might find sleep disappointing is what Spirit said, but you are going to find that letting yourself rest can be distracting, it can be overwhelming. And again, you will be better at kind of doom scrolling or zoning out than you are going to be at letting yourself rest and letting yourself truly regenerate. So just being aware of that is going to be important during this time because then you can call it out when you see it. And sometimes you just need to let yourself veg a little bit. So just be aware. But there is a reason during this time where you're going to feel, again, a little bit more tired, is that you have your armor on even when you sleep, meaning that you don't feel relaxed. You might find that you're grinding your teeth, that you're clenching your fists, while you sleep, or you're really like holding a lot of stress in your body. So if you can, do breathing meditations or kind of have a heating pad on your back, don't sleep with it, right? But let yourself, have that warmth on you. That can help you relax, take a nice warm shower or bath or some sort of ritual or lavender oil, just to get yourself centered and to calm things. That's going to be really important. It can even be, going for a walk or doing something physical like that to help, again, relieve stress at the end of the day. With the Page of Swords, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're born on the cusp with Gemini, if you have air sign energy in your chart, that's going to come through very powerfully during this time. This is the area where you need to focus. You're going to be asking a lot of questions. This is a time where you are really focusing on learning, on building, on growing, on gaining understandings and insights and ideas. So that's going to be very beneficial for you that the Page of Swords is right there because you are learning the power of your questions. You're learning the power of yourself. You are diving deeper into things. You also have Spirit blessing you with the white horse right here. There's a real sense of being blessed, of being guided, of insight and beauty moving you forward, most definitely. You're also learning the power of your voice, the deeper impact of questions that you have, the deeper impact of knowledge that you are gaining. And it's kind of like a kid, learning the power of why or no. There is something here where you're stepping into this power of voice and you're like, wow, I didn't realize you could say this, or I didn't realize that this held so much power. And so you are going to be questioning a lot. You're going to be questioning everyone and everything. You're going to be questioning yourself, and you're going to be looking at the way that you want to move forward for you. And you're learning how to wield the power of your mind, the power of your voice. So you could be hesitant in certain questions, in certain ideas during this time, kind of writing things down, making things, perfect, or the perfect argument, or getting the idea just so, and then you're going to be running with it. Don't worry if it has fingerprints all over it. Perfection is a construct to keep us stuck. Have it as good as possible, for you, where you're comfortable, and then let yourself move forward. It moves us then to the energy that we are leaving. And this is the High Priestess. So you've been through a very growth-oriented time spiritually, Cancer, meaning that your third eye has been opened. You've been seeing yourself and the world with a lot more honesty, a lot more intensity, a lot more openness than you have before. And it can have, shattered your bubble on things. You could have thought, oh my gosh, I wanted everything to be this way or that way. And now what you're going to see is that you are embracing such a different understanding of what you want, of how you're moving forward. There's more clarity here as you're moving forward towards what you want, towards what you're looking for. And you're asking more questions as you move forward, and as you're embracing the last half of September. It brings us then to the Six of Wands: celebration, success, prosperity, and abundance. This is your strength, Cancer. You are going to find that you are very good at standing up tall, holding your head up high, shoulders back, and saying, I lead with the passion that illuminates my life. I lead with my fire, my determination, my focus. For you, it will be your heart. And I always see our passions as our heart. So this is a time where you're embracing your heart, you're embracing what you love, you're embracing your soul, you're embracing yourself, and you are moving forward again on that white horse, on that, pure sense of strength, determination, and focus. And it brings us then to our near future. And the near future is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles, we have the repeat of the number 5 here. This is a freedom time for us. So we're finding our freedom, right, in our mind with the Five of Swords, and in our finances, our prosperity, our wealth. The near future that we're entering into can be a place where we feel like we do not have enough. We might actually not have enough, right? Things can be tight financially. But what we're also going to see here is that, and what is more important than like, okay, I'm going through a tough time, right? Is that this tough time is going to bring up, trigger, you can use, a tough time that you had either when you were growing up or that you went through before. And it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out of the tower time that I had, right? The time that absolutely changed the course of my life. You're not in a tower time again. The advice is that you have weathered storms before, you will weather storms again. And also the Five of Pentacles is not to drain our bank accounts. The Five of Pentacles is to say to us, we're not having to look in at everybody else enjoying their life and us being lacking. So what we're going to see here is that we have spirit. We have somebody who walks with us. It can be somebody in our life. It could be a dog, a cat, it can be a person, but we have somebody who walks with us in the cold. And we are walking away. Now, we can be walking away from an institution that doesn't serve us. It isn't right for us, or that doesn't see us, okay? We can be being overlooked. But also with the Five of Pentacles here, it's like this is wealth and support. Now, we can have wealth and support if we ask for help, but we can't be trying to do it all by ourselves. So this is going to be a time where we need to ask for help, where we can't just hold it all in by ourselves. And we are also walking on a path that is supportive, that is being guided, and that's opening up doors for us. We can feel like doors are being closed, yes, but we have to turn around and open them. We do. And certain doors can be closed and we can say, I don't want to walk that way. I don't want that life, that blessing, or like, that's not a blessing for me. That's not what I want in my life. And that is perfectly fine here as well. But do not look at the world and say, you all get to be happy and I do not, because that is not true. And Spirit wants to make sure that that energy is not coming into our existence, because it can just appear, because you know your struggles and we don't know everybody else's, that you're kept out. And Spirit is saying, no, you're walking in. You're walking into so much more. And it brings us to the Tower. And I know nobody likes the Tower coming forward, but a Tower time is a time of immense change. And this can be the time for us, Cancer, that this is a time of immense change, immense power, immense prosperity, immense abundance, right? But it comes because things have fallen apart, because certain things that we might have thought would last forever came to their end, and we had to rebuild. And the life that we have is, yes, different, but it is also powerful and has a beauty in its own right. We have justice for the environment, meaning that things are starting to come into balance. Things are starting to come into focus. This is also Libra energy, time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. And we're going to start to see that we're coming through fears and doubts and chaoses. We are looking at a bigger picture of what we want and where we're headed and what we're going for. And that's going to guide us very lovingly and very beautifully. With justice as the environment, it is not that everything has to be 100% fair. It is that we have to be just and fair to ourselves, because this is our life and we are done with being out in the cold, in chaos and in doubt. It moves us then to the Knight of Swords, and that is our hope and also our fear. We fear charging forward without fully thinking things through, causing more chaos than we have had before. But we hope to turn from the page that is seeking into the knight that is achieving. The Knight of Swords is also my fairy tale knight, the one who rides in again on this white horse that is carrying us forward now with such gusto to success and prosperity, to abundance, and to, and to our joy. And what we're going to see is that we're slaying dragons. We're eliminating doubt. We are moving forward in triumph and determination. And our hope is to be the success as we awaken and elevate spiritually, prosperously, energetically speaking in this world, awakening the part of us that has been sleeping for way too long and has also been exhausted in that sleep. And we awaken our power and ourselves, and we move forward in tenacity. And it brings us then to the Ace of Wands. And this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of passion, of illumination within the darkness. But this is of that creative light, that fiery spirit that gets us out of bed in the morning, that has us putting one foot in front of the other and creating what is beautiful in our world. This is the spark of creation. This is the fire that warms the house. This is the light that pushes back the darkness. And it is the joy and abundance and prosperity in our lives. It is the thing that brings beauty and meaning into our hearts, into our souls, into ourselves. And we are ending this reading, with the outcome of passion, of fire, of determination, of focus, of drive. We are being driven to create so much more than we have. And we are being driven to enjoy our life and ourselves in a way that once felt impossible. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is spiritual. You are connecting with the spiritual and the sacred for you. Having that link to something bigger, Cancer, is so important for your heart and for what you love. It's like there's a link to so much more, right? Stardust runs through your veins. The universe is a part of you. There's a link to so much more here. Let's see what spirit has to say, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Your chakra message is grounding. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. You are putting down your roots, right? Or strengthening your roots. And as you strengthen your roots, you grow tall. But you're also, as you're grounding yourself, you're seeing what your body needs. You're seeing what your soul is longing for. And you're becoming aligned with yourself more and more. And as you become aligned with yourself, as you open up those doors and you open up that power, it brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And that is the 8 of Pentacles. Now, this can be all work and no play, but this can also be focusing too much on the details of things, being too nitty-gritty with it all. So just be mindful about that. Do not take all the joy out of life by saying, it just has to be perfect and putting so much stress on yourself. That is going to be a very important thing here. This can also be a time where we are a bit of a workaholic, and subconsciously we can be working so hard because we don't feel like we're getting anywhere. Sometimes we need to step back and we need to clear our mind, go for a walk, get a cup of tea or a coffee, and let ourselves decompress before we go back and look at the details. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and this is white light. This is healing, beautiful light. And Cancer, this is so important to embrace the white light of the universe, the white light of spirit, to move us forward, to heal, and to embrace joy. Our subconscious energy, chakra energy, is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown. This is soul's healing. We are healing. We are connecting. We are becoming so much more than we had anticipated. And we are stepping into a power that we kind of thought denied us. Like that power was for somebody else or for other people get to have the strength, this confidence. And now we are seeing ourselves coming out of a time that was hard and chaotic. I pointed to the tower, because it showed that everything fell down. Things fell apart in a very real way. And now we are putting ourselves back together. And we are more determined, more focused, more driven than ever before. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. And this is the Prince of Swords. It's our hopes and our fears. We really do fear moving forward in that gumption of success, of drive, of determination, and of focus. Really embracing our voice, cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments, and saying, I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you don't like me. This is how I'm moving forward. This is what I'm going after, and I am unstoppable. Cancer, we tend to stop because it's like, my heart's energy can feel that your heart's energy is a bit upset with this, and we're going to go calmly and quietly, and then we get taken advantage of because people are like, I don't even understand, so you're weak. And it's like, you're not weak. You're astoundingly strong, but you care so much, and you're so connected emotionally that you can easily say, oh, well, I don't really want to move forward in this success, or, I don't need to achieve XYZ because I'm going to help this person out, and that's going to be better for me, right? That's going to make me feel better. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Now it's the time to focus on your success. It's not the time to work until you drop, but it is the time to focus on your success, your passion, your creativity, your creative spark that leads you forward, your passion for getting out of bed in the morning that leads you forward to so much more. And it brings us then to the subconscious tarot message, and that is the moon. And the moon is Pisces energy. February 19th to March 20th is the time frame, but you are seeing through the shadows. The illumination of the darkness has come forward. You are looking at your dreams. You are looking at what you desire. You're looking at the bigger picture of what it is that you want. Luck is on your side, and you're letting yourself soar forward where others will be afraid to go, to embrace love, passion, and determination. You are looking at what you truly want, and you're seeing magnificent opportunities come forward. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world. You are ruled by the moon. This is the moon card. So the unseen world, the world we can even say at night, right, is illuminated by the full moon. So it is seen in a way that it is not normally seen. The darkness is illuminated. And you are going to see that you are illuminating what you truly desire and what you truly want, dreams that are usually hidden. Be mindful, Cancer, because you're ruled by the moon, and the moon reflects the light of the sun. You can be a reflection of other people's light to them, which helps them, right? They find it very helpful. They find it very loving. They find it very caring. They find it very nurturing. But you can find it very exhausting to always reflect back what others are, not what you are yourself. And this is going to be part of the last half of September, where you are cutting through doubts and fears, and you're reflecting back who you truly are, what you truly want, and your determination forward. Do not lose that momentum. Do be mindful of being reckless, because we can be so frustrated that, like, recklessness, we're just like, I'm just going to charge forward. I don't care. Any movement forward is going to be better than standing still. And sometimes it's just not the case. So I hope this reading has resonated with you, Cancer. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Have a wonderful last half of September and a blessed life. Bye.